So ladies and gentlemen, it's 27th of August 2025 and it is the occasion of the festival of Ganesh Chaturthi, which is really the birthday of the Hindu deity Lord Ganesha, who is considered to be the remover of obstacles, a harbinger of the new beginnings, and the Lord of wisdom and learning. On the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi, idols of Lord Ganesha are installed in the house, which is also called Ganesh Sthapna. And it's a 10-day long festival. And at the end of the 10th day, these idols of Lord Ganesha are taken into public proceedings and are taken to a water body where they are submerged. And this represents the complete beginning of the circle of the life and the culmination of life, and then a new beginning. And that's why everybody chants on the 10th day of Ganesh Chaturthi that Ganpati Bappa Moria Urcha Varshe Lokariya, or Ganpati Bappa Moria Agle Baras Tu Jaldiya, which really means, oh Lord Ganesha, we are so happy, please come back again next year. Now, of course, on the day of Ganesh Chaturthi, which is today, and we are in Sector 31 in Gurgaon at the terrace of my house, it's a great day where, in front of the idols of Lord Ganesha, aartis are chanted, sweets are offered to Lord Ganesha, especially his favorite sweet called the modak, and then these are distributed as prasad to all the devoted people. It's a fabulous atmosphere, very festive atmosphere, and the whole celebration takes place in the house in a very colorful fashion, and of course it takes place in private houses like you see this one, and of course the idol is also installed in big public pandals, and a lot of fervor, a lot of excitement is there amongst the people on the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi. So the festival of Ganesh Chaturthi was mostly a private festival in the Hindu houses from times immemorial. However, it became a very popular festival as a public festival during the British colonial times, believe it or not, actually in 1893, when Bal Gangadhar Tilak decided that he would use the festival of Ganesh Chaturthi to bring in a lot of people and gather them together on the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi so that he can use those masses for the anti-British sentiment. As a matter of fact, in 1870, the British had passed a series of laws and ordinances which prohibited the mass gatherings of people in India for people numbering more than 20. And that was, of course, used to curb the protests against the British. And that was quite unfortunate. However, there was one clause in the law, and that was that the law allowed the gathering based on religious sentiments. So religious gatherings were not prohibited under the law. And therefore, for example, the Muslims could gather every Friday to read their namaz and so on, and could gather in masses, and that was allowed. So Bal Gangadhar Tilak very shrewdly used this clause of the British law, or rather loophole over there, and therefore summoned the entire Hindu community back in 1893 on the pretext of Ganesh Chaturthi to gather together and arouse that religious fervor, and then garner those masses to protest against the British. So well played Lokmanya Tilak or Bal Gangadhar Tilak, to make this festival very popular. Now, of course, especially in Bombay, these huge pandals are present over there, and where huge idols of Lord Ganesha are taken, and installed over there. And a lot of people come over there and offer, make their offerings to Lord Ganesha and seek blessings from him. So it's got a long history, and the festival remains popular ever since till today, and I'm sure for the times to come. So today, as I told you, we are celebrating Ganesh Chaturthi, which is the birthday of Lord Ganesha. So the word Ganesh Chaturthi consists of the word Chaturthi, and the reason is that the birthday of Lord Ganesha falls on the 4th day of the Hindu calendar month of Bhadrapad, and that's why it's called Ganesh Chaturthi. It also begs the question how Lord Ganesha came into being. It's always very exciting to understand how were lords and gods born. Now, there are many legends, but I'm going to tell you and narrate to you one of the legends which I found quite interesting. So it seems that once goddess Parvati, who's the wife, better half of Lord Shiva himself, she was, taking a bath in Mount Kailash, and she wanted privacy. So what she did was she asked Nandi, who is the bull of Lord Shiva and also the mount of Lord Shiva, to guard the premises so that nobody is allowed to enter while she's taking a bath. And sure as hell, Nandi was very faithful and stopped everybody from entering into the place where Parvati was bathing. But then Lord Shiva came into the house, and Nandi just allowed Lord Shiva to enter the house because, he was Lord Shiva, and Nandi the bull was, of course, most faithful to Lord Shiva and couldn't refuse him entry. So Parvati, goddess Parvati was quite upset with this state of the things, because she got a feeling that there was nobody with her who was as faithful as Nandi was to Lord Shiva. So next time when she went to bathe, she decided that she would have somebody faithful. So she took a little bit of a turmeric from her body, or the haldi, and made a small figure of a boy and breathed life into that boy and commanded that boy that he should guard the premises while she is taking bath. Soon enough, Lord Shiva came into the premises and found this little boy stopping him to enter his own house at Mount Kailash. So Lord Shiva was very angry, and he asked his entire army to take out this boy. But this boy was Lord Ganesha, really, and he was all powerful. So even the army of Lord Shiva couldn't defeat this little boy. So Lord Shiva understood that this boy was not any other small boy. So he started fighting with this boy, and in his divine fury slashed his head off, killing the boy instantly. Seeing this situation, goddess Parvati was furious. After all, she created this boy and decided to take revenge, and in her fury started destroying the whole world. Seeing this, Lord Brahma, was very worried, and he came to Lord Shiva and begged to both Parvati and Lord Shiva to stop this destruction of the world. So goddess Parvati put two conditions. The first condition was that she'll stop the destruction if this boy is brought back to life. And the second condition was that this boy would be treated before every other god. So Lord Shiva understood the criticality of the situation and commanded Lord Brahma to go immediately in one direction and find out the head of the first living being whose head is facing north. So Lord Brahma found a very powerful elephant. He quickly slashed off the head of that elephant and brought it back. And Lord Shiva installed this elephant head on this little boy, and he came back to life. And that was the birth of Lord Ganesha, the elephant-headed god. And Lord Shiva also accepted Lord Ganesha as his son, and decided and blessed this little boy, or Lord Ganesha, that he would be worshipped before all the other gods and would be before all the ganas, or the beings, and therefore Lord Ganesha is also known as Ganpati. So there's also an interesting story behind the marriage of Lord Ganesha. Some people believe that he was celibate throughout his life, but some people believe that he indeed got married. So one of the legends goes like this, that initially Lord Ganesha was indeed celibate, and Tulsi Mata was enchanted by Lord Ganesha. But something happened between Tulsi Mata and Lord Ganesha which led to the differences. And I would request all of you to please leave in the comments and tell me the story of what were the differences between Tulsi Mata and Lord Ganesha. It's an interesting fact that Tulsi leaves are never offered to Lord Ganesha, and there's a reason behind it. So please leave your comments in the comment section. What were the differences, or what was the story behind Tulsi Mata and Lord Ganesha which led to those differences, and why the leaves of Tulsi are never offered to Lord Ganesha. But coming back to the marriage of Lord Ganesha, one of the legends is that because of his elephant head, apparently Lord Ganesha was finding problems finding a suitable bride for himself. So, therefore, as a naughty god, he started creating obstacles. And remember, he was a lot of obstacles, right? So he started creating obstacles out of jealousy during the marriages of the other gods. And Lord Brahma, so all the gods went to Lord Brahma and, told him that Lord Ganesha is creating obstacles in our marriages, and that's becoming a huge problem for us. So Lord Brahma sent his two daughters, Riddhi and Siddhi, to learn from Lord Ganesha and become his students. But the idea was that Riddhi and Siddhi were supposed to keep Lord Ganesha busy whenever the marriage was happening for the other gods, so that Lord Ganesha could not create obstacles for those gods. However, Lord Ganesha soon enough saw through this ploy of God Brahma and was furious. So Lord Brahma, to settle the affairs with the Lord Ganesha and calm him down, offered the hands of Riddhi and Siddhi in marriage to Lord Ganesha, which Lord Ganesha graciously accepted. And that's how Riddhi and Siddhi became the two wives of Lord Ganesha. Now, Riddhi means material prosperity, and Siddhi means spiritual knowledge and learnings. And that really shows the symbolism that Lord Ganesha, teaches everybody that to have a successful life, you need to have material prosperity as well as spiritual prosperity. And that message really resonates in a timeless fashion throughout the ages and in the times to come to lead a successful life. On this occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi, I wish all of you material prosperity as well as spiritual prosperity. This is Prashant signing off from Sector 31, Gurgaon, on the occasion of Ganesh Chaturthi.